Most land investors are wasting their cold leads. They get a seller on the phone, they say, "Hey, are you open to an offer?" And then they throw out one number and it's take it or leave it. But the ones who actually close deals from cold outreach, they don't just stop at one offer. They use a 3-option framework that adapts to any seller. It unlocks flips, seller finance deals, and even high upside subdivisions that most people miss. At my land agency, I've helped dozens of land teams scale. I've seen over 10 million in transactions, and I've seen what the top closers do differently. We work with land investors every day, and the best ones follow a playbook when they talk to leads that came in cold. Here's what they do. Once a cold call lead raises their hand, it's not about tossing out a lowball number and hoping for the best. Smart investors ask the right questions, they frame the options, and they guide the seller to a win that actually fits their situation. It starts with understanding one thing: not every seller wants fast cash. Some want top dollar, others just want help navigating a complex property. So instead of one offer, these investors give the seller 3. Option 1, a quick cash offer. Option 2, a seller financed offer, usually at a higher price. Option 3, a partner with us deal where the investor fronts all the costs to improve the land, entitlements, survey, platting, and they split the profit once it sells. The last option, most sellers have never heard of it, but when it's explained the right way, it hits. So, how does it actually play out? Here's the play. Once the lead books a call after raising their hand from a cold outreach, the investor starts by asking smart, open ended questions. Why are you thinking about selling? What's the land been used for in the past? Have you looked into splitting it, building on it, or rezoning? That's how you spot opportunity. Then, based on what they hear, the best closers say something like this. Most of the time, we look at 3 options depending on your property. One is a straight cash offer, fast close, no hassle. 2 is seller finance. We can usually offer more that way. And 3 is a partner option. And there's upside. We'll handle all the work and split the profits with you. No pressure, no hard close, just options and clarity. Then they ask the magic question. Do you need money right away, or are you open to something longer term if the upside's better? If the seller needs cash, option 1. If they want top dollar, you can tee up option 2 or 3. And if the land has some real potential, the investor leans into the partnership angle. They say, you bring the land, we bring the team, the money, and the plan. You don't have to spend a dime. When the project finishes, we split the profits. That simplicity is what gets sellers to pause, listen, and take you seriously. So here's a real scenario that we've seen. A seller came in from a cold call. He wanted retail pricing after entitlements were done, but he hadn't done any of the work. Most investors would have just passed. But the closer asks, are you familiar with how the entitlement process works? He wasn't. So the investor educated him, no pressure, and the offer to draw up a plan, front the costs, and partner on the back end. Now, that cold lead is turning into a real deal because the investor knew how to lead the conversation, not just make an offer. So here's the punchline. The land investors who convert cold leads into signed deals, they don't just push harder, they present smarter. They give sellers 3 paths and they let the numbers and structure do the talking. One cash offer doesn't cut it anymore. Sellers want options. And if you're the one who gives it to them, then you're in a good place. You can use this 3-offer framework in different ways. You can present all the options on the front end, or you can step the seller into the options as they demand either more money or you figure out their incentives. But opening the door to have more options to close a deal is a very common thing that I see that sets really successful land investors apart from the pack.